Now this is Jarabon from the Predatory Lending Network, and we're here at Anime Expo 2011. And I'm here with
Marluxia
and
Zexion
Wilson. Now we're here at the Anime Expo. Now what brings you folks here to Anime Expo?
cosplaying.
Cosplay. And you?
Steal hearts and take over the world.
Now of all the things that you'll be doing here today, is there any particular things that you'd be looking forward to do while you're here?
Buy lots of cool stuff and eat lots of good food.
And you?
Studying these creatures called humans and figuring out how they work.
Now I understand the galaxy has been going through a bit of an economic recession. Do you actually think you'll be spending as much as you did last year or more this year?
Maybe.
Maybe you'll be spending more, maybe you'll be spending less, and
Maybe.
things become a little this way.
That.
You think you'll be Now, do you think you'll be spending more or less with this economic recession that they're having throughout the galaxy these days?
I'm going to guess more.
Okay. Oh, hey, that's good for the intergalactic economy. Now, what do you think? Do you think you'll be spending more or less?
Most likely more.
Most likely more?
Yeah.
So that's a good sign for this intergalactic economy. So, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say through the beams throughout the galaxy about Anime Expo?
Stay out of the organization's way.
And you? Any last-minute things you want to say about Anime Expo?
Live long and prosper.
So in closing, this is Jarabon and
Marluxia?
Zexion.
talking to you.
Okay, so what do you think about the anime show?
The anime stuff?
Yeah.
Well, it's good. I prefer actually the Artist Alley. That's where I usually spend my money, since it's, you know, people who, they're just working and drawing to make their own money. And it's, I mean, I approve of these people too, but like, you know, they really, I can kind of relate since I draw, and I do sometime when I'm better want to sell in Artist Alley. So that's my favorite part of the expo, looking around the Artist Alley and buying stuff there.
Yeah, you know, with the economy so low lately, what do you think about artists? Do you think that they're still starving, or do you still have hope for them?
I know that depending on the artist, some of them actually do have a lot of trouble with money. So, you know, artists come together, ask each other, can you like ask this person or tell people about this person? And yeah, it is probably hard to make money for an artist. They usually have an off job, or that's what I've heard.
Right. Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You too. Here I am with the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter at the Anime Fest. So, how do you like the Anime Fest so far?
It's really fun. We were walking around. There's a lot of nice people around here, and yeah.
It's a good experience to have. You know, we learn by experience. Making our costumes and seeing everybody else's ideas helps with everything else. So, you know, experience, all the goodies, events, everything, the food, good stuff.
Have you two found Alice yet?
No.
Fortunately not.
You know, she's walking around here. I already interviewed Alice.
Really?
Yes, she's been around, but it's not the right Alice. It's not the right Alice.
Okay.
There's only one Alice for me.
So we're here, we have a lot of Asian culture here at the Anime Fest. Do you believe that having Anime Fest more often will help the relief effort in Japan?
I believe so, because I think people would need help because they had such a big earthquake. So yeah.
I'd agree too. Like definitely, because just to emphasize, like the line outside every morning, or at least on the first few days, it's like, you know, a lot of people come here, and you can take advantage of everybody, you know, to buy small things and help.
Right. Actually, retail is up on the stock market. More and more people are going out there and buying things despite the poor economy. Do you guys believe that the economy is going to improve in the next 3 years?
Well, I believe so, because people do need things to buy, and because now, you know, technology is so advanced, people would want brand new technology. So yeah, of course the economy is going to go up soon.
We all have to spend. That's basically all we have to do. Everyone's just hoarding their own money, keeping it around. You know, we gotta spend. Doesn't have to be a lot at one time, but, you know, spend. Spend.
Well, you know, the price of gold is actually up right now, although the price of silver is down. Have you guys been buying a lot of gold?
No, not really.
That little arrangement you have looks kind of gold.
Yeah, but I just bought it. Yeah, it's just gold plated.
Gold plated? What about you? Do you buy a lot of gold?
buy a lot, but I own little bits and pieces like necklaces and rings passed down from my parents and her parents and stuff like that.
Not teapots?
No, not teapots, unfortunately. I would love gold teapots.
Well, hopefully the price of gold will come down a little bit and everybody can get some gold teapots for your tea party.
Sounds amazing.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to our friends at home?
Hello, and
The exhibit hall closes in 30 minutes. I repeat, the exhibit hall closes in 30 minutes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to the people out at home?
I just want to say I love you guys and help all you can.
Other than what she said, enjoy, you know, it's gonna be amazing 3 days. And again, the exhibit hall is closing in 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for talking with us. What characters are you?
I'm Pressure from Axis Powers Italia.
And who are you?
I am Conan from Naruto.
Wow, well, how are you guys enjoying the festival today?
Pretty well. I'm just a bit tired today.
Yeah, today's been a long day, but other than that, it's pretty kick-ass.
Great, I'm glad that you're having fun. Who's your favorite character you've seen so far?
Probably Girl from Kuroshitsugi.
Mine would be Tachi from Naruto. I'm a big fan of Naruto.
Well, that's great. Do you think that by promoting Asian culture here, we're going to indirectly help the tsunami effort in Japan?
I think pretty much you will, yeah.
Yeah, you probably will, because I'm sure most of this is imported from Japan. So I think they're making more money by doing this, so it might help.
Retail sales in America are actually up right now. If you guys were to buy a product here, what would you buy?
You go first.
I would probably buy more cosplay or Naruto products.
I would probably buy a bunch of plushies, I guess, manga, yeah.
So do you guys think in the next 3 years the economy is going to improve?
Well, I'm not really sure right now. It's been going kind of down and up and down, yeah. I'm not sure.
Probably maybe within 5 years, because it's still kind of going down, like she said.
So are you guys buying stuff here today because of the economy, or you're not?
To be honest, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I don't really think of it. I just buy whatever I really want. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us here on the show. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our friends at home?
Thank you for having us here.
Have fun if you're going to the expo.
Thank you.
This is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you, and I'm here with...
My name is Christine. I'm dressed as Lychee from Blaze Blue.
Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011. Now, we understand Anime Expo is quite big this year. Now, because of the economic recession we were in right now, do you think you're spending more money this year than you did last year, or less money?
Technically, it's actually less money because they instilled a new pass that allows you to only go into the dealer's hall, and they have area-specific passes available that they didn't before. So before, you were forced to pay a certain amount, like the highest amount. But now, if you want to go, say, just to the dance, you can purchase just the dance pass type of thing.
Yeah, I have personally ran into that myself. I want to go into certain areas, and they're like blocking off certain areas today. Have you run into various issues like that as well?
I actually haven't really moved around much. Everyone's been taking pictures of me, so I've been a little stationary.
So now, what kind of things are you looking to buy here at the Anime Expo?
Whatever catches my interest. I usually like functional goods, like I like mugs and I like mouse pads, I like wall scrolls. I don't know, it really just whatever catches my fancy.
Now, your characters, do they have their own video game or movie coming out? Because I know there's quite a bit of video game movies and anime movies out there. Will you have your own feature presentation or movie anytime soon?
I haven't heard any news about a movie for Blaze Blue. I mean, we had a game and then they had a sequel that came out, but that's about it so far. But I haven't really heard anything about an actual movie. I would love to have a movie though. And see how
So
they
in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the viewers throughout the galaxy?
Having a lot of fun.
So in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.
Bye.
Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here with
Riku.
Now, you mentioned that you were a thief and you were big on stealing people's hearts. Now, how do you steal their heart? Do you just kind of like dig in there and cut it out with a knife, just come up under the underbelly and just tear it out? Or how do you steal hearts?
It's easy. All you gotta do is go like this.
Ooh, that's your game. So, now here at Anime Expo, people are looking at the tough economic times. Do you think you're spending more than you did last year or less, due to the economic times?
I think I'm spending less. Actually, I'm just, getting hotel and just stealing other stuff. If you steal people's hearts, they buy you stuff too. I'm not saying I'm a gold digger. Just saying. Not that. Cut that out.
So, what kind of things are you looking to steal here today?
Pictures.
Steal or buy, or you can take the money and then buy it.
I'm here to steal your pictures.
The pictures?
Basically.
Okay. Now, how many pictures are you getting from folks these days?
A lot.
Are you able to walk a few feet without getting harassed by all these horny
I've been
guys?
stuck here for about an hour now.
You've been stuck here for quite a while.
Yeah.
How many interviews have you been doing?
This is the first one.
You guys are not doing your job if you're not talking to her. Come on, get with it. Now, of all the things out there that you would like to say to the viewers, is there anything you'd like to say to our viewers?
Have fun today, guys. It's Anime Expo. What stays in Anime Expo stays there. What happens there stays there.
So in closing, this is Jarbond and
Riku
from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here with
Amy.
Amy. Now, what brings you here to the Anime Expo?
Well, I came from Arizona. I'm here to cosplay and just enjoy the company and enjoy the anime and all the nerdiness of it all.
All the nerdiness. So is it true that nerds will inherit the earth?
Probably, most likely. Nerds are the new pop culture, so.
Nerds are the pop culture. Now, what kind of fun things have you seen here? Is there any particular favorite things that you like here today?
My favorite thing to see is always men dressed in skimpy women's costumes. It's just hilarious to see like fat hairy men in like bikinis and high heel boots. There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
Yes, there is. Oh boy, where do I go with that? Now, since we are a bit of a business show, one of the questions that come up with all these tough economic times going on right now in the recession and all that, do you think you're spending more money this year than you did last year, or less money with all these economic issues?
Honestly, I've probably been spending more than I should have, but the best way to get out of a recession is to spend more money, right?
So, you think the economy is improving?
I would not know a good answer for that. I don't want to take sides.
So, is there any particular things that you're looking to buy, or while you're here, any particular things you're looking to spend your money on?
My favorite thing is just to support all of the artists that are in the Artist Alley. They're just people trying to get their name out, get their art out. So most of my money goes to them.
Do you have a particular favorite book or character that you like?
Final Fantasy, obviously. That's why I'm dressed as it. So anything Final Fantasy related up there that they draw, I usually buy.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the Beans and the other viewers throughout the galaxy?
Nerd on.
Nerd on! Yeah! Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, I'm here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here with
Brett
and Sarah. Now, what brings you here to the Anime Expo this year?
Dressing up.
Dressing up? Huh? Now, with the Anime Expo going on in these tough economic times, do you think you're spending as much money as you did last year, or maybe a little more, a little less?
Definitely more, because each piece that you have to buy, it's all separate. Nothing comes in packages anymore. So you have to buy each piece separately, and that costs a lot more.
Now, would you say you're spending more or less than you did last year at the Expo?
Times are tough. I'm not spending nearly as much.
Oh, so it's a better. Would you say the economy is actually improving nowadays?
No way.
No
way.
No? Now, did you take the other side? Would you say the economy is actually improving? No? Okay, now what key things are you looking to buy here or spend your money on at the expo?
We're saving money. I'm not planning on buying anything.
You're not really spending anything? Now, what kind of things are you spending? What kind of things are you spending your money on here at the expo?
I'm gonna try to get some food because I've been on a serious diet for the last 3 weeks.
Now, what kind of things would you like to say to our viewers about this or any other things? Last minute words or anything?
Well, you know, these things are always fun. Come out. If you don't think it's cool, try it out, you know? You might enjoy it.
Same thing, just it's an experience. Try to do what you can to make things at home.
Now, some folks have asked me, do you truly believe nerds will inherit the earth?
No.
I threw her on that one, huh? So will nerds inherit the earth?
Yeah? No. I can't tell you.
So do you believe nerds will inherit the earth?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a time of technology, and if you're not smart, you're gonna fall behind on it.
So I already got your closing statement, right?
Yep.
Okay. So in closing, this is Jarbon and...
What?
Oh, your last name? So this is my name, your name, and we close out. So in closing, this is Jarbon and...
Brett.
And... From the Predatory Lending Network, talking to you. Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, I'm here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here with...
Chelsea and Shuri.
Yeah. Now, what brings you folks here to the Anime Expo?
I love anime. I just love everything anime.
Me too, but I also love shopping and dressing up.
Now, we know the tough economic times have put a burden on many people. Do you think you're actually spending more this year than you did last year, or actually less?
More. A lot more.
In general, over the year, I've spent less. I've been budgeting for this, so I spent a lot this weekend, but I've spent less all year.
So with that being said, do you think the economy is actually improving right now or actually getting worse?
That one's a tough one. It seems like it could be getting a tiny bit better, but I'm not sure yet because it's still pretty bad, so.
Well, I know the housing market is picking up a little bit because I'm actually in the process of trying to sell my house, so I'm hoping in the next couple years it'll keep picking up.
Now, me as a predatory lender and real estate agent, what do you guys think of the real estate market since you've mentioned that now?
Well, right now I am going to be forced to rent my house when I move because I will not make back what I owe on it, so kind of sucks right now and I don't like you very much, but later on hopefully it picks up.
Any comments on the real estate market?
Mm-mm.
Now, you mentioned cosplay was getting kind of expensive. Now, what kind of things are you looking at the Anime Expo to buy, or what things are you looking to purchase or spend your money on while you're here?
Just things that I don't really see anywhere else, because there are a few things here that they're hard to find, but a lot of stuff here too you can find just at a normal store or online, so it's just stuff that stands out.
Yeah, same for me. Stuff you can't really find other places, or stuff that's going to cost a lot to ship.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the beings and other mere mortals throughout the galaxy?
Her first.
Come to Anime Expo!
Yay! Anime Expo!
So in closing, this is Jarbon and
Chelsea and Shuri
from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're here at Anime Expo 2011. Now I'm here with
Michelle.
Michelle. Now what brings you here to the Anime Expo?
It's just my annual vacation, pretty much. So I'm here all the time every year.
Now you mentioned this is your annual vacation. Now with all these tough economic times going on and all this situation that we're in, do you actually think you're spending more money this year than you did last year, or less money?
Less money because I got my ticket early, so we got like a half off on it, but it's just about preparation beforehand.
Now what type of things are you looking to buy or spend your money on while you're here at the expo?
Just food and water.
Food and water? You're not buying any merchandise or anything?
If it's cheap, sure.
What is the next big thing in anime?
Oh, I've been kind of out of the loop, but I'm actually not sure. I would say video games.
Any particular games?
I'm sorry?
Any particular ones?
Games in general, yeah. I mean, are we talking about my favorite game? Or?
Yeah, what do you prefer? I just see we're drifting. I just want to make sure we're in the camera.
Okay. I love all games, so I usually cosplay video game characters. Anime too. Usually, like, I don't know, I YouTube my anime or I just kind of Google it.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the viewers throughout the galaxy?
Hi.
So in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. So, we're here at Anime Expo 2011 at the Predatory Lending Network. Now we're here at Anime Expo with
Rosalina.
Rosalina. Now what brings you here to the Anime Expo?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
What brings you here to the Anime Expo?
Oh, well, it's a coincidence. We have relatives down here and we always come down here this time of year anyway, so might as well. Love it.
Now, one of the things that they've been talking about was the tough economic times that we're in these days. Do you actually think you're spending more money this year than you did last year, or less money with all these economic issues going on?
Well, we went to Europe on a school trip not too long ago, so we're definitely spending less here. Money.
Now, you mentioned that your trips to Europe. Now, there was a lot of issues with the euro dollar and all the troubles going on in Greece. Do you think all the troubles going on in Greece will be settled or anything? Did you actually visit Greece or any?
We didn't go to Greece. We went to the northern Western European countries.
Now, do you think Europe as an economy is actually going to fare well after all this Greek issue, or do you think it'll work out for them?
It probably will eventually. I mean, everything eventually gets sorted out. If not, then it's just going to go under, but I highly doubt that.
Now, back to the Anime Expo. What kind of things do you think you'll be buying while you're here at Anime Expo?
Definitely figurines for my collection and posters.
What kind of collection is that?
I collect Nintendo merchandise and, just a variety of those sorts of things, really.
Now, do you think you'll be spending more this year than you did last year, or less money?
Less money.
So, do you think the economy is improving or getting worse?
I think it's getting worse, actually.
Now, what can we do to help improve the economy?
Definitely stop unnecessary spending like road repair and lighting. I think that it needs to be concentrated on things that matter, like education and healthcare. And
so, in closing, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say to the Is there any last-minute things you'd like to say to the viewers and other beings throughout the galaxy?
Make sure you come here next year. It is awesome.
So, in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. All right.
Very well done costume.
And the legs move. That's what's cool about it. Okay. Shows the predatory lender. You know, those evil businessmen that fucked everything up a few years ago? So. Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here with
Alexis.
Alexis. Now, we noticed that you have quite the rear end here. Don't walk out of the camera, though, because I can't afford a cameraman. Now, what brings you here to Anime Expo 2011?
Well, my friends were going. It seemed like fun.
Now, with all these tough economic times that we've been in lately, some of the questions are asking, do you have... Who the hell keeps screaming? Okay, who are all these people yelling at me? I'm actually popular all of a sudden. Now, with all these tough economic times out there, are you spending more money than you did last year or less money?
About the same.
About the same?
Yeah.
So would you say the economy is improving or not improving?
I don't know. I have no idea if it's improving or not. It seems to be about the same as last year.
Now, what kind of things are you spending your money on this year besides this wonderful rear end of yours?
Most of my money goes toward tuition. I'm a graduate student, so. It's expensive.
Now, how do you think the job market will be once you get out of school?
Actually, I need to apply for a job right now because, well, I recently got my certificate. So, and it's not looking good. You know, my friends are trying to apply and they're not getting anything. So,
I just want to make sure you're still in the shop. Yeah, you're in the shop. You know, because you're so long, I want to make sure. Now, here at Anime Expo, what kind of things are you spending your money on?
just the costume. That's all I'm spending my money on.
So you're not buying any merchandise or anything like that?
I don't have any room for that stuff. I've got to store the horse butt somewhere. So.
Okay. Horse's butt. All right. So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the viewers throughout the galaxy?
Not really.
Well, I guess viewers are going to miss out on that. So in closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network along with Alexis, talking to you. Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011, and I'm here talking to...
Stacy. Mari.
Angelica. Jessica.
Emily.
Now, we're here at the Anime Expo. Now, anime has had quite a year this year with the economy being tough. Now, do you guys actually think you're going to be spending more money at this year's Expo than you did last year, or less money?
More money, I guess.
More money? Well, yeah. That's good. How about you guys?
More money. I think I spent more too. More money.
More money? So you're pretty much more money. So would you guys actually say the economy is improving nowadays? I guess we'll have to go with show of hands.
I guess so. Yeah, probably.
Sure. Yeah. Now, what kind of things are we doing to make the economy better these days?
Cheaper prices to things. Yeah. Gas prices going down. Yeah.
So gas is coming down. Okay. So you believe? Now, recently the government tried to intervene in the oil markets, and that crashed prices down quite a bit. But within 3 weeks later, oil's right back up to where it started. Do you think the government should actually try to intervene in the oil market, so when 3 weeks later, you know, things are right back to where they were before?
I guess they should just try, you know.
They should try?
Yeah, they should. Like, with gas prices going up, I mean, people will try to find other ways to find transport. I mean, there are buses. Even bus fares are going up, but it's more affordable, I guess.
So, now what type of things are you looking to buy here at Anime Expo? What are you looking to spend your money on these days?
DVDs, manga, basically anything that's related to what I'm a fan of. Toys.
Toys?
Yeah.
Okay.
DVD.
Guy just yanked on our mic. Wired mics. More reliable, but have the tripwire. Okay. So, where were we? What are we spending? Who were we? Oh, what are you spending your money on these days?
DVDs, mangas, posters. Yeah, desperately looking for plushies. Yeah.
Did I get you?
Yeah, art books.
Art books? Okay. So, in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers throughout the galaxy?
Yes. Anime Expo rocks! Just get.
Okay, so I guess that's unanimous. Anime Expo rocks!
Yeah, he's cool.
Now, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now, we're here at Anime Expo 2011. Now, I'm right here with
Jackie and Ariel.
Jackie and Ariel. Now, what brings you here to Anime Expo this year?
Love of Expo.
Love of anime.
Love of cosplaying, being a dork in a place where it's cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we take a few? All right. Can we take a few steps back so I can show more of your?
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. My random Nico costume.
I had people like cut my wire off, and I got wired mics, more reliable, but pain in the ass in some ways.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you were coming to the Anime Expo. How often do you?
Every year, for as long as we can, really.
Yeah. We were here for 3 days this year.
Last year we were only here for one
day.
So
but we like getting like 4-day tickets.
So I heard that you were here for the last 7 years. How have things changed over the last 7 years?
Well, my first expo I was at Long Beach Convention Center, and it was a lot smaller, so it was a lot more compact, and there was obviously a lot more Naruto people. But now since that anime's kind of faded out, I see a lot more people dressing up from a lot more variety of things, and there's a lot more vendors here, and it's a lot more, it's bigger than it used to be.
Bigger convention center.
Yes.
Now, some of the criticisms I've had is that some of the people have told me that they're actually locking off certain rooms and blocking you from certain parts. Are you finding that to be a bit of an issue for you, or no?
Especially today, yes.
Yeah, today there was an issue. It was really interesting. They locked off half of the lobby and half of the doors and we couldn't get in or out. But that was just because of some electrical issue, is what they said.
I think it was a bomb.
Yeah, there was something about a package in one of the areas today.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of things are you spending your money on while you're here this time?
I buy art from Artist Alley.
Yeah, we do a lot of what's called commission work.
I bought my cat ears today.
Yeah,
Now, would you say you're spending more money this year than you did last year, or less money?
More money.
More money. More money.
So do you think the economy is actually improving, getting worse, staying the same?
I think it's getting better. Well,
I don't know. It's confusing because I think it's getting a little bit better than it was last year.
There are definitely a lot more people here than last year.
Yeah, and the tickets, like for the price of the tickets, I know 4-day tickets especially are a lot of money for the amount of 4-day people here, because you'll see like they have like the sparkliness on their tag. Yeah. There's a lot more people here with the sparkliness than there was last year.
And all the vendors are always really crowded, so I'm just like, they're obviously spending money, so I think it's good.
So I already asked you what you're buying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in closing, what kind of last minute things you would like to say about this or any other subject to the beings throughout the galaxy?
Prussia rocks. I was Lady Prussia yesterday, so.
Hi.
You're cool. You're cool.
In closing, this is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. This is Jarbon from the Predatory Lending Network talking to you. Now we're here at Anime Expo 2011 and I'm here with...
Hi, my name is Cassie.
Cassie, what brings you here out to Anime Expo?
Well, this is my first year, but I've always wanted to go because all I ever really cared about was anime, but to make up for it, I just go to Comic-Con every year because I used to live in San Diego.
Okay, let's try that one again. I forgot to... now, what brings you here to Anime Expo?
Anime is pretty much my favorite thing in the world, ever. But I'm glad that I finally got to come. This is my first year actually getting out to Anime Expo.
Now, I've been asking a lot of the other people if they think they'll be spending more money than they did last year, but since you were never here before, do you think you're spending a lot of money or a little bit of money at this?
To be honest, so far the only thing I've paid for was food, but I think I got kind of jacked. $20 for 2 plates of Chinese and not worth $20, but...
So food's kind of overpriced here?
Oh, just a little.
Now, some of the stories that we talk about as high food prices, do you think it's only a high price here at the convention or is it a high price all throughout the galaxy?
There are some areas that do try to give you a good deal. I mean, if they had like a McDonald's right around the corner, I would have just got something off the value menu. I'm not a picky eater, but I didn't really want to walk far. My feet are killing me.
So what kind of things are you spending your money on here at Anime Expo?
It would probably be plushies, little stuffed animals of adorable things.
Alright. So you like the little stuffed animals.
I do.
So you're a big fan of taxidermy.
A huge fan. I wish I had a room full of dead stuffed squirrels.
Okay, well, I guess I can set some little traps for you on my planet, and we can actually find some squirrels for you.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, speaking of dead squirrels, have you tried that new beer? What is it, Dead Squirrel?
No, I haven't.
Well, the nice thing about that is they actually get a dead squirrel and shove a beer bottle up his butt, and you drink right out of the squirrel's mouth. Do you think that would be something you'd try? It's only, what, $200 a bottle?
Actually, I don't drink beer, so no, probably not.
Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer. Well, but if you are looking for a squirrel beer can, there's a dead squirrel in your beer can out there for you, for those of you who like expensive beers.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, John, go come to the wherever they need you to come. In closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to the viewers throughout the galaxy?
John, first, please come to the control booth. Your party is ready.
Yeah, John, come on!
Please come to the control booth.
Your mama's looking for you.
That was probably the most perfect timing of anything to ever happen, ever. I love it.
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say to our viewers?
Greetings! Don't buy Chinese food at Anime Expo. It is horribly overpriced.
Okay. So in closing, this is Jarbont on the Predatory Lending Network talking to you.